We're getting some big news in Throne and Liberty. There's been data mines, some new weapons that are going to be releasing into the game, and exciting stuff. So we're going to be jumping into the video talking about these new weapons. Before we get into it, I want to just thank everybody and apologize for the April Fool's video yesterday with the Arc Boss weapons. I did not expect it to go that crazy and so many people falling for it, even though the coupon code literally said April Fools. But a lot of you guys were a good sport about it, so thank you guys. I mean, it was a fun video. I think the like and dislike ratio is like 300 to 300. It's pretty crazy. It was pretty funny. But today's video, it is April 2nd, so no longer more April Fool's joke until next year. So you guys better watch out. But let's jump into the video and talk about these new weapons. So with the new weapons that have been currently leaked, we have these two weapons, which is an orb. And then first I thought this was gonna be just like offhand. I don't know if you guys see it in the game, but if you are not wearing a weapon and you go into a team, you usually see this icon. So I just thought first it's gonna be an orb, but there was another leak which was data mined, which shows this one, which is an orb and a gauntlet. So there's two new weapons coming into the game. So since the release of the game, we gotten spear. That's the only weapon we gotten. But now we're getting two new weapons into the game. Now, my first thoughts about this was, like, the orb looks really fun. But I'm kind of... Right now, the meta is magic. So I don't want to see another magic weapon coming to the game. But it does make sense to add more mage weapons, because right now it's wand and staff. So my guess is that the orb will probably be, like, more magic based. Now, and it might be interesting to see. I mean, it would be really cool item to have in the game, like a skin, like an orb flying around you. It's actually going to be really dope. So I'm actually excited for the orb, and I think it would be like a good addition to the game. Now with the gauntlet, now I've seen gauntlets as many games. The first thing that happened when I saw the gauntlet was I got New World PTSD of the Ice Gauntlet and the Void Gauntlet, but I think they're going with the more traditional Gauntlet, which is going to be a melee Gauntlet. Now, this is pure speculation, by the way. Pure speculation, but it might be more of a melee Gauntlet, like you've seen in many games where it's more like a melee fighting style. I've never been a big fan of the Gauntlet. I did kind of like the Void Gauntlet in a New World. Maybe AGS is kind of like collaborating with the NCSoft, because they did develop New World. So maybe it's going to be some type of mage gauntlet. Who knows? But most likely it's going to be more of a melee gauntlet. It seems like. Now, I'm kind of disappointed with the gauntlet. I was hoping the way, I mean, with the weapons that Throne Liberty currently has, it's very traditional weapons. I was hoping they would do something cool, right? Like add like a whip or something. I think would be a good addition. But they're going for like the standard weapons that you see in the usual MMOs. But overall, it's exciting news. Now, when do I think these weapons will be releasing? Is probably the big question that a lot of players have. Is since they're just being data mined, they're most likely just starting. It's very early development. But I do think we might get it this year. And the reason for that is when the spear were first leaked, the spear came to the game pretty fast. So my guess is probably at the end of the year. And I do think that this will be releasing at the same time for both Korea and globally, because this is just additional class content, right, that they really want to add to the game. It's not like gate kept content like Talandra or dungeons or raids or certain gear. Just introducing new weapons to the game. And usually when they do that, I feel like they added basically at the same time, right? And now we're kind of almost caught up to the Korean. I mean, we're not fully caught up, but we're catching up much faster to the Korean games. I think by the time Orb and Gauntlet releases, we might be much closer to the Korean release, and then we will get these weapons at the same time. And I do think we might get both of them. I mean, if they're both starting development, they might just let one of them like sit on the shelf, which I hope is going to be the Gauntlet. I really want their orb to release first, because that would be really interesting to see. Probably we'll get both of them too at the same time. So overall, it's very exciting news. My prediction is, if it's leaked right now, it's starting data mine, it's before summer, they're going to go into summer break. I think we might get this weapons either late fall or before the end of the year is my guess. We might even get it earlier, who knows? But these are the two weapons. I would love to guys hear your opinion about these weapons. Are you guys are looking forward to these weapons? For people that are thinking about switching to weapons, don't worry. It's gonna be very easy to swap now because in the game you now have like swap masteries. Right? You can swap your skills, right? You can swap your masteries with the swap. So if you guys are thinking about swapping to the weapon, there's gonna be a bunch of ways to swap to these weapons later, right? And by the time they probably release, most of us will be already have one of the best T2 gears to be able to test them out for their full potential. But overall, exciting news for the Gauntlet. I really hope they if one of them releases is going to be the orb first, but my guess is the orb is going to be like a magic attacker, good range probably, maybe with some defensive skill with the orb flying around you. It'll be really sick. And I really hope it's not the traditional melee gauntlet. I like, even though it looks like it, I hope they do like some type of void gauntlet, maybe some range attacks or something like this. It would be really cool to see, or maybe some air palm attacks from range. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think, man. Exciting stuff. We're getting new content to the game. I'm really happy to see that they're adding more classes. I mean, let's be real. We need this game is really fun because you can wear two weapons, and right now you can like swap between weapons. So I do think that adding more weapons to the game will change the meta a lot and make the game way more exciting, right? The more weapons, the better, in my opinion, especially when it comes to games like this, because traditional MMOs, they go for like class based MMOs where you select to a class and then you don't play another class. But this you can just swap whenever, right? So the more weapons they add, the more exciting I think it will be. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Check out this video right here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.